Maslow's hierarchy of needs contains the conflict of every story ever told, and I want to prove it to you with these 5 video games. Minecraft, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Horizon Zero Dawn, college football 25, 26, doesn't really matter, it could be 12, and Split Fiction. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a model that displays the needs that a person searches for kind of in order of importance according to a man named Maslow, who was a psychologist in the 1900s. Today, we're going to look at it not from the point of view of psychology. We're going to be looking at it from the view of a storyteller who loves to play video games, or even just a gamer. So, Maslow's hierarchy of needs contains 5 levels. From the bottom, we've got the most basic, and at the top, we've got the most abstract. So starting at the bottom, we've got physical needs for survival. And this includes things like food, water, and air, along with a couple other things that are totally necessary for survival. The game that I've chosen for this conflict is Minecraft, but you could go with any survival game where the entire point of the game is just to live. In Minecraft, you have to kill animals and eat food in order to survive. Water isn't as necessary, but you can't swim for too long or you'll drown, and thus you also need air. So Minecraft qualifies in physical needs for survival as its story, because there's no plot in Minecraft besides just not dying, and that's kind of what this whole level's about. In the second level, we've got safety and protection. And I might be stretching a little bit to say Clair Obscur Expedition 33 here, but I don't think I'm stretching too much. Safety and protection refers to things like housing and some comforts, but not just physical ones. And the characters of Clair Obscur live in a land where you can't age more than 30, and they're trying to save their home and their people from going extinct. And that, I think, falls under safety and protection. Wouldn't you agree? It's not necessarily the same as needing air, food, water, but it is necessary for survival, and I think that's why it falls under safety and protection and qualifies Clair Obscur Expedition 33 onto Maslow's hierarchy of needs in this second to bottom slot. Now in the third slot, we've got belonging and love, and this refers to things like relationships, friends, family, significant others, things like that are what fall into this category. Even just feeling accepted into a group, being part of something bigger than yourself, all of those things fall into this tier of belonging and love. And the game I've chosen for this one is Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, I'm only about 10 to 15 hours into this game, but considering it's open world, the story isn't going to go much deeper than I've already gotten. And so while there is deeper lore and all sorts of stuff in this game, what I would say the main plot of this game, and at least the first few hours of it, is the character of Eyler trying to be accepted back into the tribe as an outcast. And she spends the beginning of the game training, and after that, basically trying to earn the respect of her tribe. And I believe that all of these things fall into the category of belonging and love. That is what Eyler is searching for on her adventures. In this second to last tier, we've got self-esteem, and this is where I would put college football. It's mainly focusing on the Road to Glory campaign. The whole point of self-esteem here is not just surviving, not just having other people love you, but also being able to feel good about yourself, to have that self-esteem and that sense of self-worth. I would say that in a game where the entire point of the game is football, being a good football player would be gaining that esteem, and not to mention gaining recognition as a champion, being recognized by colleges as skilled, etc., etc. College football Road to Glory goes here on the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And lastly, we've got self-actualization. And this is the very top, the most abstract part of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And self-actualization consists of when all your physical needs have been met. You know who you are. You have belonging and love. You have shelter. You don't have a problem getting food and water and air, right? You have reached a point where you can only grow as a person. You have goals, personal goals. And so the game I've chosen here is Split Fiction, where obviously the story centers around 2 characters that are writers. They're in a scenario where they have all the things below. Self-actualization in Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So what do they want to do? They want to be better. They want to be published authors. They want to experience their worlds that they've created in their minds for themselves and grow as people. So that's why self-actualization goes at the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Stick around for one more after I summarize just what we've got so far. Maslow's hierarchy of needs has got 5 tiers. So at the bottom, we've got physical needs for survival. That's Minecraft. We've got safety and protection. That's Clair Obscur Expedition 33. We've got belonging and love. That's Horizon Zero Dawn. We've got self-esteem. That's College Football Road to Glory. We've got self-actualization and split fiction. Now, a few years after Maslow published this, he came back to it and reworked it a little bit. He didn't change these 5, but he did add 3 more. And the class that I'm taking only uses one of those 3 added, and it's on top of self-actualization. And that is transcendence. And this consists of helping others achieve self-actualization. You've reached the point where you have self-actualized. You've reached your personal and physical goals. So you are now helping others to do the same. And the game I have chosen for transcendence, the transcendent game of our generation, Broforce.
Broforce forever! See Bro Warrior Princess! Demolition Bro!